Okay, I've been away for a few days. I figure now's a good time to get back to reading. I believe when we last left off, we were on page 53, Death of a Cleric. Let's see if I can get this done before I get called into work again. Page 53, chapter 6, Death of a Cleric. Something is wrong. Jacob thinks as he drops his knife. My heart is pounding. Can't breathe. He looks up as he hears his friends calling him and his child cry. Everyone's fighting. His eyes should be. Jacob looks from side to side as he hits his knees. I hear voices, but I don't recognize them. Is it the demons that surround me? Jacob sets one hand on the ground and props himself upright. We have won. The cleric belongs to us. The hunters are powerful as always, but we are endless. The demons taunt him in his mind. Jacob lays his other hand on the ground, and the world seems to shatter around him. The gray stage still stands, the red curtain, the cool stone floor, dozens of tables. But now he is alone. Alone? Aside from the sounds of crows cooing overhead. The crows flutter about. The pain has stopped, along with near all feeling. The giant metallic doors open ever so slightly. The birds fly about, sending a mess of feathers into the air, as white light bathes the room. Stunned by confusion, Jacob finds his feet. He breathes heavily, moving for the open door. The light swallows him as he steps into it. Slowly, Jacob's eyes adjust to the light. A thunderous wind blows across the scorched red earth. Flames roll off the ground, carried by the hurricane-like winds. Earth and sky alike loom in a crimson night, the moon itself dark as autumn silk. Jacob shakes his head in disbelief. Faceless life forms begin crawling from the hundreds of cars outside the bar. No! Jacob yells over the wind. This cannot be! The earth seems to sit still as a new chilling soft voice comes from overhead. Oh, but it can, asked Jacob. The man with the voice of the devil steps into view. His face is like a saint's, comprised to its demon snarling. Compared to the demons snarling and barking around him like rabid animals. His black robe and hair fly with the wind as a flock of crows pull together to form his body. Pearl-white flesh and flowing garments. Diablo. The mysterious man grins. No. I am no simple legion of hell. His deep purple eyes narrow, staring at Jacob's soul, grabbing at it. The dark stranger pulls his arms into his own body as a chain appears, connecting Jacob's chest to the stranger's hand. Bow before me, Father, he calls, and know that I am your Lord. With a jerk of the chain, Jacob finds himself on all fours. Who is this man? What devil is he? No. Jacob yells, grabbing the chain, then that protrudes from his chest. I will not let this be. Jacob finds the courage to stand defiantly. I, Father Lancer, will bow to only one God. Jacob begins a tug of war for his very soul against the monstrosity standing before him. Oh, God damn it. Why did I have to write half this in Latin? Okay. Ambilator lentis inti unus hedra manmani andubaro demara. Jacob begins to recite prayers in Latin. The monstrous man calls in English and continuation. There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept anything from me but thee. How then can one do this wickedness? Jacob begins a new line. Isa fortes panas deus parva stama. The monster interrupts again. Put on the full armor of God, that one may stand against the wills of the devil. Jacob begins. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principle, against power, against the rules of darkness. The stranger continues, against the spirit of weakness on high. Wherefore am I to take the full armor of God, that may withstand the devil this day, and having done all, to stand. The breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation. And I draw unto you the sword of the Spirit, that is the word of God. For I am strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Jacob tugs back against the chain. When most would fail, Jacob found once again the lunatic strength with which to do battle. Speak your name, devil, that I may smite you in the name of the Lord. Though only feet away, the howling of wind pulls their words away. I know the old magic well, Father. I lived to see it written, to watch it perverted by time and raped by the ignorant. But I shall entertain you nonetheless. I am the guardian of the Black Pantheon, keeper of the fallen gods. I am Kravix, or Adam Crow if you prefer my human name. Crow musters more strength with one hand than Jacob could throughout his entire being. Give back my children. A stern, struggling Jacob growls through teeth. Enough nonsense. Crow brings forth one hand, as an unseen force ties Jacob's arms and legs to his chest. Jacob flies into Crow, who smiles malevolently as he places one hand on the mortal's face and leans in close, nearly kissing the man's flesh. Father, there are now only two things preventing me from acquiring absolute power in this world, and you are going to give me one of them. You can tear me to pieces with your unholy magic, but I'll be damned if I'm going to help you. Jacob struggles in anticipation of death. Boldly he spits at Crow. Have no fear. It's not your turn to die. Crow says as he drops him and sits on his chest, legs straddling the man. The demon leans over him, grabbing the collar of his polo. He lays his head back, then flings his head off to one side, getting his hair off of his face, and then lowers it again. He bares a set of fangs. I want the Soul Eater Charlie Belmont has, and if you can't fetch it, your lovely Ashley will. A look of hopelessness overtakes Jacob, but then a spark of reason comes to light. If you are so great, why can't you get it yourself? Crow grins. It seems every word that would be said, every move that would be made, has played to some larger game known only to him. You're old, father. You're tired. You have fought so long and so hard. But if you cannot serve me this one time... He sets his head on Jacob's neck and whispers to him, After Asher gives me his soul ear, I'll turn my magic on her, and make her my youngest whore, and she will pant like a beast before me. The feeling of hopelessness returns to Jacob as Crow lays him down. Good God, you have no soul. Do you have no shame? I have many souls. Crow materialized a monster in the form of a scorpion with a human-like face in his hands. He holds it by the tail and lowers the ghostly thing to Jacob's face, placing it on his hairy chin. I swear for my last breath I'll send you screaming to your master. Jacob yells as he struggles. The monstrous bug crawls into his mouth, and he hacks and lashes in agony as it climbs down into his body. Crow whispers, There is only one man on earth that can walk toe to toe with me, and you are not him. You see, I have turned thousands of men just like you. However strong you may be, your will simply cannot defy mine. Jacob shakes and jumps as the devil thing latches onto his soul. Jacob's eyes widen as his skin darkens and cracks. Crow licks Jacob's face and laughs one last time, knowing well that they will meet again, but it won't be for many years. And when they do meet, it will at last be time for him to face his twin, Nemo, the son of man. Okay, that's about all I have time for today. We'll be continuing on page 57, the call to arms. Thank you very much. Have a good day.